games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to another video where I'm going to show you 10 cheap League SBCs, some ones where you can do the packs for relatively cheap and you get some decent rewards back from them. Now before we start, as I always say, I'm not trying to claim these are the cheapest methods. These are often the cheapest methods for me. Now most of these, because I'm on Jack's account, I'm not on my account today, most of these I've had to buy pretty much all 11 of the players. There's only a few where I've had maybe 1 or 2 players in the club already maximum. There are not many cards in Jack's club because we sold pretty much everything in it. Now like I said, this is 10 SBCs. 9 of them are ones I didn't do in the last one. There is one that is copied over and that is Borussia Mönchengladbach, and we'll save that for the end. The first 9 are completely new ones I didn't show on stream because I'd already done them on my other account, but they're SBCs that you can do for cheap and you get a more expensive pack back from it. Now I've spent a grand total of 100,000 coins doing these 10 SBCs, so it's a 10k average, but I'll explain during each one how much it cost me and how much the pack is worth. So 100,000 coins spent, and I get myself 257,500 coins worth of packs back. So over double the amount of investment for the price of the packs that you get back. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully this is helpful and maybe gives you an idea of some SBCs that maybe you haven't done, but aren't going to cost you too much, and you've got a good chance of getting a decent pack back. Let's get into them. Okay, so we're going to start off with one of the more slightly expensive SBCs on this list, and that is Barcelona. Now, you only need 5 Barcelona players. It's one big thing to take from this. You only 5 Barca players, and the rest just have to be from the League Santander. Now, in this one, it has cost me 14,000 coins, and you get a mega pack, so you get 35k pack back. Now, the players I picked here, Braithwaite, Turan, Firpo, and Roberto are some of the cheapest ones in their positions. Huig I did have in the club. I found out his price as well, and he's not too expensive, but obviously in buying him it does mean you have to buy a couple of higher 82 rated players, but 82 rated Liga Santander players are not expensive at all. So 14,000 coins, if you end up picking a silver, then it might cost you a little bit less, if I'm being honest. If you pick up a gold of the same price though, then obviously you'll save yourself a few coins because you won't have to fill in with a lower rated card. But that is 14,000 coins and you get yourself a mega pack. Again, like I always say, I'm not claiming this is the cheapest method, but it was the cheapest method for me. So we get the mega pack, which we'll open up now, see if we can make any coins back from it, see if we can make any profit at all. That would be nice, I'm not going to lie to you. Making profit would be the ideal thing. It kind of helps this video out a little bit, but we do get a walkout. That's actually something half decent. We get ourselves a French centre back. We're going to get ourselves Laporte. That is not bad at all. That's definitely more than 14,000 coins. He'll be good for SBCs. I'll probably keep hold of him for now until we get onto the Team of the Season pack, which is coming out in a few days. But Laporte it's maybe about 24,000 coins. That's not too bad at all. So I've made 10k profit, plus obviously everything else that's in the pack. We've got a good chance of making some decent coins back from all of this stuff. Okay, SBC number 2 is the AC Milan SBC in the Serie A. Another one of the slightly more expensive. This one does cost 14,000 coins. The main price in this one is the defense and the strikers. Now don't get yourself a keeper because both the Donnarummas are both pretty pricey, so avoid getting the keepers. I put Calabria in there because he's one of the cheapest cards in the team because you don't need a right back, but the centre backs are the more expensive thing, varying between 1 and 2,000 coins. Same with the strikers. I managed to snipe Leao, but his average price is I think about 1.7 or something like that. Now it's important to note here that the midfield is pretty darn cheap. Most of these players you can pick up for relatively cheap, but 14,000 coins for this one, which is one of the slightly more expensive SBCs, but you get yourself a 25k pack, Premium Gold Players pack, which is a nice pack, especially while Team of the Seasons are out. 3 red players is always good to get back in here. So again, 14,000 coins spent. Let's see what we get back from this 25k pack. Again, any form of boards and stuff, just keep the price ticking over. We don't get a board in this one, so that is unfortunate. It's not going to be massively profitable for us, if profitable, at all. But you do get some packs like that. We get a lot of players that are good for League SBCs, so probably not made a massive loss, but that one we didn't break back. And the next SBC is literally the one next to Milan, and that is Napoli. This one you only need 10 Napoli players. That's because you only need 10 players in the SBC. Again, still one of the slightly higher price ones. This is about 12,000 coins to complete. The most expensive part of this was definitely getting Fabian. The midfield was just a little bit pricier, but you can afford to have a couple of players off chemistry, and that I picked Mario Rui because the left backs weren't too expensive, and I picked Llorente, but I did have to convert him down to a centre forward. So striker centre forward I don't think was too expensive, but for me, all costs involved, it was about 12,000 coins, and for this you get a 25k pack, but a slightly different one. You get the 6 rares, so it's half a 50k pack. But again, a nice little pack here. So let's see, again, 12,000 coins spent. If we can make any profit on that, a board or walkout helps us out massively, and we do get ourselves a board, which is very nice indeed. It is only a board, it's not going to be a walkout, but we get ourselves, probably going to be Banega. It's not Banega, it is, oh, it's Higuain. That's actually not too bad at all. An 85 rating, again, very nice for SBCs right now. Means that we're not going to have to do too much in the way of getting profit back from this. So this is maybe about 7,000 to 8,000 coins. I'll say 7.5 just because I'm not entirely sure what its price is right now. Another 2,500 coins there. So that's the 10k, and then profit after this. So we're looking at about 5,000 coins for Martial, maybe 4,000 coins I should say there. So we've made a little bit of profit there, maybe about 5k profit. So again, 3 packs in, 2 profits, and 1 that we've just fallen short. Not too bad. Okay, the next SBC, we're hopping over to Portugal, going to the Liga NOS, and we're going to complete SC Braga. So this one cost me about 7,000 coins to complete. It is not an expensive SBC at all, and you get a 22.5k pack. It's half a prime players pack. So again, relatively cheap. The strikers were the slightly more expensive players here. They were the only ones that would cost too much, and avoid the wingers if possible. Again, no one here was first owner, so I've hit the chemistry absolutely fine there. If you do have any issues with the chemistry, this guy is a CDM. You can convert him to a centre mid, and like I said, I'd avoid the wingers. I think the wingers were very, very expensive in this one. But again, 7,000 coins spent, and you get yourself a 22.5k pack, so you're tripling the value of the team with the pack here. So we'll open this one up, and again, anything from this, and we're looking decent for profit, at least the board, and we're doing well. Sadly, I don't think that is a board, it's not. So we're having to hope for some fairly good non-board players price-wise here, and see if they can help us out. We get to say Maximin isn't too bad, a very, very good meta player, and still goes for a little bit. So we're looking at about just under 2k probably for him. Koscielny goes for a little bit as well, which isn't too bad, so another 1,000 coins. So again, this one we're probably just about broken even, just on the value of a couple of these players being near that 1 to 2k mark. So we've done okay, bit of a stinker pack, but very cheap SBC. The next SBC is the Lille SBC in the League 1, and this again cost about 7,000 coins, and again gives us a 22.5k pack, so half a prime players pack. Very, very cheap team, nothing really that was too expensive. The midfield I think is maybe the slightly expensive part of it, because I think Andre was about 1.6k, but because of all the other players in there, I can get him, and he was only 200 coins. The only player I had already was Bamba. I don't know how expensive the left back was, but because I had Bamba, I just popped him straight in there, and he himself is not too expensive, so it's somebody decent to pick up from this if you don't want to get the left back, and he is too expensive. So we'll submit that team, gives us the 22.5k pack. So again, similar kind of ratio, about a third of the price of the pack is what we spent on the SBC. So hopefully, again, something half decent, make the coins. A board plus is always helpful. Again, I think that's another non-board, so the pack luck is not with us today, but we'll see who we got in it and see if we can make any kind of coins back from it. And we get ourselves Savic, who doesn't sell for too much, sadly, which is why I used him in the Barcelona SBC. Goethe goes for a little bit because Dortmund is, oh, his price is actually down a little bit. I take that back. This one I do think we have made a bit of a loss, because I don't think we've made many players at sell for anything. No, I'm going to say this one we have made a bit of a loss here. This is probably, it's maybe about 4 or 5k back, so we're probably looking at maybe a 1 to 2k loss. But the next SBC is Lyon, and that gives us the exact same pack back. Again, it cost me 7,000 coins, so this is pretty much an exact repeat of what we have just opened. Main thing with this one here, paying attention to the defense. It was much easier to pick up both right backs, because both right backs are very, very cheap. The midfield 3 here, well, actually these 2 are the most expensive players. But again, I think he cost me £1,000, so he wasn't too bad. And you can afford to get 1 or 2 players out of position. If you don't have the chemistry here, convert this guy to a left mid. Left wing to left mid are very, very cheap, and he will get you the chemistry, because he goes up to, I think it's like 4 or 5 chem, so he will help you out with that one. But that there gives us, again, another small prime players pack, so another 22.5k pack. Again, a third of the price of the pack is what we spent on the SBC. Can we make something back from this one? The small primes have got to help us out eventually. It's got to hook us up eventually. But again, that's 3 of them, and none of them have given us a board. So that is a little bit stinky. Getting a little bit unlucky with the packs today. And this one, oh, I think this one is a bit of a rip. And the final pack from the League 1 is PSG. So very similar to the Barcelona one, but you need 6 players from PSG. PSG players are not too expensive. I'll be honest with you, it was fitting the rating in around the rest of the squad that made this that little bit pricey. You can see that I have got an extra PSG player in there, and I think it's because yeah, I got Choupo-Moting for pretty darn cheap. You can convert him to any other player, so he could just be any like 76 rated striker, so that could be a little bit cheaper. But this one I'm just gonna have to check because I forgot how much this one cost me. This one cost me 15k, so it would be about 14.5k if you were a bit more cost effective on the striker there. But you get a 35k pack for this one, so you've got a chance of consumables helping you out. The most expensive player here was Meunier, and I just put him in for rating because at the time I needed an 82 rated player, and that was before, oh sorry, after I'd already purchased Choupo-Moting, so I made a bit of a boo-boo on that one. But here we got the 35k pack, seeing if you can get anything from this one. So I mean, all in all, even though I slightly overspent and spent 15k, I'm still getting more than double the price back for the SBC, and it is at least a board. It is only going to be a board, so hopefully we get a board or two in the pack just to help us out. But we get ourselves Casteels there, so that's not the best. We need a couple of 83s if possible, just to help us out after overspending just a tad, but we don't get them. But that is not the end of the world. Casteel goes for about 1.6k. We've got a few players there to sell on as well, or put into SBCs, a couple of squad fitnesses, and I think that's probably going to be about it. Or we get 4 coins, we've got a little 4k coins there. That was a little bit lucky, we did luck out just a tad. But I would say on that one, thanks to the 4k coins, we probably did just about break even, considering all the players we've got here that will sell, because pretty much everyone there, apart from the guy in the end, is good for some sort of League SBC. So that one we just about broke even, but we did get a tad lucky. Okay, next SBC, we're in the Super League, so the Turkish League, and I've gone to Başakşehir is how I'm going to pronounce that one. Probably absolutely butchered that. I will double check the price of this one. So this one cost me 11,500 coins, but you get another small prime players pack, so a 22.5k coin pack. So this one, it's about half the price of the pack is what I've spent on it. Bit of a shout here, Demba Ba. He was the expensive player though. The most expensive positions here were right mid, because you've got Visca and a silver, so avoid that if possible. I've got a goalkeeper there again. Everyone here was purchased, so I have no first owner players here, so I've managed to get the 100 chem with 11 purchased players. But Demba Ba, the strikers are about 2,500 coins, and Clichy, and there's another silver left back as well, you're looking at about 1.5k, so they're the most expensive players. Other than that though, it's a relatively easy team to do with people not being too expensive. I think Inler might have been a little bit as well, but I think he was about 1.5k. But yeah, submit that one to 11.5k spent and a 22.5k pack back. One of these has got to pay out. These were helping us out on stream quite a bit, so we need one of these to pay out. Hopefully this can be the one. Is it going to be anything? Again, another one of these not paying out. These were really good for me on the last one, but they have not paid out today. The luck has not been on my side at all. So we get Jesus Navas and a few players here. Bolly might go for a little bit. Cordoba might just be a little bit as well. So this one we have lost out on a few coins, I would say. I'd say we've maybe got about 6k back, so we probably lost that on about 5k, which isn't ideal. But those packs are not paying out for me today. But we've got to hope those packs turn around, because the next pack gives us that one as well, and that is the Bournemouth SBC, obviously in the Premier League. Gives us a 22.5k pack. This cost me 6,500 coins to do. The only expensive position is striker, which is Wilson, so I avoided that, and the left back. But Kelly is cheaper than Wilson at the moment. Whether that changes, it might do. It might be that Wilson ends up being cheaper than Kelly at some point, so double check those before you purchase them. But all the other players are very, very cheap, pretty much min listed for pretty much every other player. So 6,500 coins, and also search for centre forward when you're looking to get one of your strikers, because King is so much cheaper than Wilson. Wilson is over double the price of King normally. So another 22.5k pack. Like I said, one of them has got to pay out for us. At some point, one of these has got to be good. So we're going to nose pack it and hope and pray that it can be something half decent. It's another non-board, isn't it? Oh my word, we are getting absolutely mugged right now. Absolutely mugged with these packs. We get Vitolo, who goes for maybe a grand. He's probably another grand. Oh, he's a little bit more. He's maybe a grand and a half to 2. Okay, so I mean, bearing in mind this cost is next to nothing, I would say we've probably made about 5.5, 6k back. I reckon we've almost broken even on this one, but I think we've maybe lost a couple of 100 coins. Okay, and the final SBC for today is the Borussia Mönchengladbach. In my opinion, this is one of the best cost-effective packs. This one is very, very cheap. It cost me 6,500 coins, and you get yourself a 25k pack. So that's a premium gold players pack. So 3 rares and 9 non-rare, all gold. This for me is one of the cheapest SBCs to do. You can see the players I put in here, relatively cost-effective, not expensive at all. I think I did this slightly differently this time, because I think last time I used like a centre mid here. No, I think I put the CDM at CM and then I bought another centre back. But actually, I realised this time around, with chemistry, it's so much easier to get the 2 cams and get both wingers and play them off chem. It was so much cheaper. I think I saved myself about 400 or 500 coins. I say so much, but still 500 coins is very beneficial to anyone. So you get 25k back for this one, 6.5k spent. So we just need something here. I think adding everything up so far, we've made a little bit of profit. Can we pretty darn please get something from this one? No, we can't. It's another non-board, so it's not going to be a walkout, so it's a bit of a stinker. But again, we get 12 players here, so we've got a much better chance of at least breaking even. We get Navigator, who will go for a little bit right now. He's looking at probably about 2k roughly. Looking at the rest of those players, we've probably made a little bit here. I know that I can sell people like Sergio Rico, Bentaviani, because I've done their League SBCs, so I'm not too upset with that. Would have liked something better, but it is what it is. So guys, that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Hopefully your pack luck is a little bit better than mine, and hopefully you can do some of these and make some serious profit. Like I said, I spent 100,000 coins. You get 250 plus worth of packs back, and hopefully for your guys' sake, you can make nearly that amount of coins or more with some good pack luck. But for now guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this, and of course if you did, then please do leave a like on the video. It's greatly appreciated and really helps us. We hit 4.6k subs recently, so thank you so much for that. The next aim is 4.7, so if you are not subscribed to the channel and you want to help us get there, please make sure you hit that sub button. Welcome to the family if you do, and make sure you turn on notifications to be told anytime that we upload a video, or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
Let's go. Hursty games, and this how we do. Now it's time we team up. Check them online, you might catch them playing FIFA. Hey, yeah, you know we keep it live. Make sure to give a like and subscribe. Gaming channel, what's the best one? Keep it hella dope, hella fresh, huh? Yeah, Hursty games, tune in. Even told my grandmama, sister, and my best friend. You might want to check them if you want to be entertained. You already know the name. Check us out, Hursty games. Hey, whoop. Make sure to give a like and subscribe.